Yo, what's up, everybody? How everybody doing today? It's Ant. I'm back, y'all, coming to you live from my home here in Dallas. I just wanted to kind of come on here and drop off, a little nugget that I believe can help out a lot of people. And today's topic is about asking questions. So ask questions, however you want to kind of put it there. But hey, as you're coming on in, feel free to let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're watching the recording, let me know. Let me know that you're watching the recording, and also let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're watching on YouTube, same thing. I love to go back and check and just kind of see where everybody's getting to tune in from and everything of that nature. And we're going to get kicked off here in just a second. Just kind of let Facebook let everybody know I'm live, and I will be kicking it off here. Hey, thank y'all for all the hearts, likes, comments, everything, you guys. I really appreciate it. But today's topic is, short and sweet. But I'm going to go ahead and kick it off now. It's about asking questions. Asking questions. And this came to me because I was doing Bible study Wednesday. So I was doing Bible study Wednesday, and we were sitting down talking, and one of the scriptures came up. And, he asked me a question. And, he asked me another question and a couple of questions. And, in order for to find out where a person may be, hold on, let me relapse. I forgot to ask you guys the daily question. So the question for everybody today is, do you ask questions in your life? Maybe it be work, business, sports, anything, and just ask yourself that, answer that to yourself, and just, go back and look at it. But, asking questions, and like I said, when you ask questions, it opens things up for you a lot, you guys. It opens things up for you in ways you can only imagine. And see, the prime example I love to use here is, think about a child. Any child out there, the young ones definitely, they ask tons of questions. As soon as they're able to talk, they're going to ask about this. They're going to ask about this. They're going to ask about that. They're going to ask about this, that. They're going to ask questions. And see, and that's the thing. It seems like as we start to get older, we tend to pull back from asking questions. In actuality, there's no such thing as a wrong question. Of course, it might be appropriate or not. But asking questions allows you to, one, educate yourself, so you can also put that behind, so you'll know what kind of actions you need to take towards a certain thing. So ask the questions. If there's a position in your where you work at that you want, well, why don't you start asking questions to see how you can get over to that area? Asking questions of what kind of work they do, so you can find out if that's really what you want to do. Asking kind of questions, what kind of, what do they like best about it? Things like that. Also, maybe you want to, I love referring to the kids and them growing up and wanting to be, stars and different things and whatever sport that they're playing. Hey, ask the question. Ask your father or your father figure or whoever that is. Ask them, can they help you get better so you can get to that position? See, asking those questions, it doesn't matter what your age is or anything like that. The questions matter. See, the questions matter so much that I see people in business that have business partners or people that are right there on the fence that want to be business partners with them, but they never ask the question, hey, would you do this with me? So it's different things like that. Or, or you find somebody who's having a successful relationship, marriage, or anything like that, but yours isn't so far up to be. Okay, ask the questions about how you can improve yourself and also improve your relationship. Instead of just quitting, I was doing some personal development today. Instead of just quitting, ask yourself these questions. Ask yourself some questions. Ask yourself, have you reached out to, to get the knowledge to learn about it? And see, asking questions will get you wherever you want. And that's the big topic today, you guys. Is I want everybody to get out that mindset, well, I know it all. If you knew it all, you'll be exactly where you want to. But trust me, even the most successful people still ask questions. All the successful people of all the top sports, like LeBron James, maybe the Von Miller, the Tom Brady's, all of these people, they still ask questions. Coach, what can I do to get better here? Hey, what can I do here in the off season to better myself? They still asking the questions. So my thing is, what's stopping you? You watching this, whoever's watching it, this was meant for you. What's stopping you from asking questions? Is it because maybe somebody told you no before? Is it maybe because somebody was rude to you in the past? Is it maybe, what is it? What is it that's holding you back? And then I want you to think about that, and then I want you to just write it down, and I want you to say, hey, these things right here that I wrote down aren't going to hold me back anymore. I'm going to ask these questions so, one, I can get to the top of my company in the business, whatever. I want to get to the top of the company in my job. I want to make that starting position. I want to have, more finances. I want to have a better marriage. I want to have a better relationship, whatever it may be. But see, one, asking the questions will help you get there. Those questions will get you, start getting you the knowledge. And then all you have to do is start applying that same knowledge that you find out. And so I wrote down some tips of kind of how, like, you can kind of just get your questions prepared for some of these people you are talking to, And so I got 5 tips here. I really have about 10 of them, guys. I got about 10 tips here about, different ways, different things to help you ask better questions, because this is something that has always helped me out. So tip number 1 is plan your questions. So an example is, let's say, for instance, you were trying to sit down with Bill Gates. And we all know Bill Gates, very successful, very wealthy. And, he's made a lot of money and he's helped a lot of different people. But the thing is, let's say, for instance, you were trying to get there. You were trying to get some of the business expertise from Bill Gates. Well, you wouldn't, I hope you wouldn't, but you wouldn't go in there and off the brain just ask random questions. No, if you had a planned meeting with him to sit down for 30 minutes or however long he give you to, he allowed, whatever. I hope you would spend the time to write down some questions and really think them out. One, so you can get those questions answered, but you can also take very good knowledge from it, and so you can use in your daily life. And number 2, know your purpose. Know your purpose of your type of questions that you want to ask. Every question you ask simply should help you gather facts or an opinion on something. So every question you ask somebody should either allow you to gather facts from them or an opinion from them. So think about it like that, and just know which kind of information you really need for yourself. So ask questions that will allow you to go back to your purpose of everything, of asking these questions. Another tip when you're asking questions, try to ask questions that are, that have open conversation to them. Pretty much not like the yes or no questions, because those are just, hey, did you work today? Yes. Hey, are you busy? Yes or no. See, those are just yes or no questions. See, it's really not no, but when you ask open-ended questions, you allow the person that you're asking, the respondent, the person that you're talking to, you're allowing them to have a conversation with you guys. An example of this, let's say, for instance, you're asking somebody, and they have an opportunity and you like it and you're interested. So you can ask them a question like this: what do you like best about the company? See, when you ask a question like that, instead of do you like this company? See, when you ask do you like this company, all you get is a yes or no answer. So, but when you ask what do you like best about this company, see, you're getting more of an open feel. You allow yourself to have more of an open conversation. And so that was tip number 3, having an open conversation of questions when you're asking them. Number 4, focus in on asking one question at a time. See, that's one thing. Now, kids, don't get me wrong, it's great that they ask a question. Now, sometimes, though, what they can do, though, is they can ask multiple questions too fast without really getting the answer to the first question they asked. And see, as you get older, you should understand that. And see, So when you're asking the questions, have one question. Ask them one question. Allow the person you're talking to respond, to give you their opinion or their fact about something. And then you lead on with the next question. So it allows you to pretty much one question at a time, allow the person to think. You get feedback. Either you're getting feedback for, maybe you're interested in something, or maybe you need feedback for your personal self or your personal notes. So that, focus in on asking one question at a time. And then the number five tip I give you guys is probably one of the most important ones of all, is don't interrupt them. So when you ask the question, what do you like best about the company? Or, what was the best part about today? Or maybe you're talking to your spouse, or maybe you're talking to, a future business partner. Maybe you're talking to somebody who's giving you knowledge. Don't interrupt them when they're talking. Allow that person with the knowledge and the expertise to give you the information. You should be taking notes, writing it down, so you can have for your person. That was the purpose of your questions. That was the purpose of it. And so again, the 5 tips I gave you guys on asking questions was: 1, plan your questions out. Plan them out. Know what you want to ask somebody. Number 2, know your purpose behind the question. So, know your purpose, so you can either like I mentioned, either you're gathering facts or you're gathering opinions from somebody. So know your purpose pretty much of the questions that you're going to ask. Number 3, have open conversation questions. Ask open conversation questions. So ask questions that will allow the respondent pretty much to, get back with you. Number 4, focus in on one question at a time. So don't bombard somebody with 5 questions at one time. No, one question at a time. You get the answer, then you go to the next one. Number 5, would be: don't interrupt the person that you're talking with. Gather their information, take note of it, and then y'all have open-ended conversation back and forth about it. And so that's pretty much all I wanted you guys to do. I know as we get older, we tend to not want to ask questions. If there's somebody successful in whatever endeavor it is in your life, well, why not ask them questions? How you can better yourself? What kind of things they do on, how do they go about doing it? Different things like that, I promise you, would definitely help you out. But the thing is, you got to ask the question. If you never ask the question, you never get the answer. You never find out anything by just sitting there with a closed mouth. There's a saying that said closed mouths don't get fed. And closed minds don't get fed. Closed lips don't get information either. So, just think about it, you guys. So don't hesitate to ask the questions to your friends and family, or people that that are successful, whoever it is that you want to get information from. But that's all I have for y'all. I hope y'all have a great and blessed Friday. Enjoy it. Make the best out of it. Attack today just like you would any other day. Attack it. Be hungry for success. Go out there and make it happen, you guys. That's all I have for y'all. Peace out. I'll see y'all tomorrow, y'all.